To the program. My name is Catherine Mwangi. This is Life and Style Inspiration Monday 2.0. This is the part where we speak to young entrepreneurs in this country, age 30 and under, so it's between 20 and 30. And there's a reason for that age group. That's because there's a lot of hue and cry from our youth on what do we do with ourselves. We have so much time, we've graduated, we've got incredible degrees, but there are no jobs. So we conceived this program to look for youth who are already doing what it is that they set out to do, irrespective of what's happening in our environment. And this morning, we are privileged to have Doreen and Kelvin, and the two are partners of Twin Car Expeditions and Travel. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the program.
Thank
Doreen, you look very good.
Thank you very much.
Don't whisper. Okay. Twin Car. So first, where did that name come from?
Okay. It's kind of it's a traditional name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Meru name meaning together.
How,
so
pronounce it in Meru.
Okay, she's Meru, so she'll do it. But she probably
pronounce it.
It's just Twinka.
There's a Meru word. Bonnie, there's a Meru word called Twinka.
Twinka, yes.
There is. Allah. Okay. And what does it mean?
It means together.
Oh,
no,
together.
Yeah, we figured because we're partners, we figured that to come up with a name that kind of has a meaning.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you'll always be together and run business together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So where did you guys meet? Or how?
Okay. 3 years ago, we used to live in the same flat in Resambu.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was good at tourism and I was good at business. So we decided to merge the both and come up with something.
As in you were strangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so incredible. So I was expecting a story like, oh, you met in campus or in high school together or you grew up together. Nothing.
We just stayed together in the same area.
In the same compound.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So how did you end up talking about business then, Doreen?
I studied travel and tourism back in school. So I needed a project. I was doing a project that he helped me, and we decided we can start a business.
Like this can be a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then why did you decide on a Meru name and not a Kikuyu or Luo or Kamba name?
At first it was difficult finding a name because when we went to register the business, finding the right name was a problem. And we just thought we're partners, so why not use that name?
I like it. I like it.
Thank
okay, and this is 3 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And how has that journey been?
Okay, in the beginning it was a bit challenging because of fans and age stereotyping because it was very hard for us to find customers at the moment.
Because they're saying you're so young.
Yeah, and the assumption that young people are not as accountable as our older counterparts and competitors. So, yeah, in the beginning there were challenges.
Yeah.
But we've learned to overcome the challenges with time. We've known how to deal with our shortcomings. Yeah, and I can say we're doing really good at the moment.
So you're discriminated upon because of your age?
Yeah,
Yes.
mostly.
Are you serious?
It's hard to get someone, let's say people who are in the 60s, and you tell them you'll plan a holiday for them, they tend to think you'll not be able to do that. And gaining your trust is a bit difficult. Yes.
So where did you get the funds to start?
Okay, I traveled overseas to study.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
In what?
Okay, I did a master's in international business and international relations.
Okay.
So getting funds from out there was easier because, you know, the income out there is much
more,
higher,
yeah.
as opposed to Kenya. So that's why we got our capital. And now we started with about 200,000 capital. And,
Kenya shillings?
Yeah, Kenya shillings.
I thought US dollars. Like,
No, Kenya shillings.
Okay.
And now we used the capital to rent a small office in town and build a website, do some of the, you know, marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hire some people for sales and yeah, so that's what we used our capital for.
So your company is 3 years old?
Yeah, it's 3 years old.
I want to just clap for you because you got funding of 200K and that was enough at that time.
Okay, it was not enough at the moment because, you know, when you have limited funds and you're competing against global companies, then that becomes a very big challenge. Okay, like, for example, most of the tour companies in Kenya, the most popular ones are the ones that people prefer because they don't want to take chances and risks.
Yes.
Yeah, so 200,000 was good, but was not enough. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a staff of how many people that you've hired?
We've not. We have only
The
sales
people, yes.
Yeah, we have 7 of them.
Okay.
But at first we started in the office and we realized that the business is more online. So we decided to do it. It's a home-based company. Yeah.
Okay.
After working for a few months, we realized that the returns and the rent that we were paying, it wasn't adding up. Yeah.
Okay, so, but you still have your salespeople?
Yes.
So what are their day-to-day roles?
Okay, their day-to-day mainly involves marketing and sales and marketing, obviously. When we've got like a lot of clients and a lot of traffic, it sometimes helps the, like for example, airport pickups, sometimes tour guidings, then that means that we have to give them something, you know, some incentive. Yeah. So the roles are not just limited to sales and marketing, they also have other roles outside sales and marketing. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So they multitask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the multitask.
Got it,
Yeah.
got it. So over those 3 years, what are some of your success stories been?
Okay, I think for every business owner, the first success story is obviously the first client. So, yeah, so we got this client from one of our sales representatives, and it was a very big deal because we had never before, even as individuals, handled the amount of cash that they were offering. So I say that was one of our biggest and still remains our best achievement so far. Yeah.
The very first client.
The very first sale, yeah.
Wow. Connie, how much was this client? Okay, so it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
And the challenges, what have they been practically, Doreen?
Okay, one is online travel agencies. For instance, like Booking.com, Expedia. Competing with those people is a big challenge. First, because someone comes, they want to go to, let's say, in Coast. You try to find a good package for them, and they come back to you telling you, you know, we got another package on Booking.com. So it's a challenge. Also disintermediation. You know, we are intermediaries because we act as intermediaries between the hotels, the airlines, and the clients.
Okay.
So when because of disintermediation now on the internet has as a result of the internet, you're not able to get directly to the clients because they go directly to the hotels and the airlines, and also the airlines do the same. For instance, if you Google today any hotel, you'll find that they have their own booking platforms.
Yes.
Any airline they have.
Yeah.
And so some people don't understand why they should use a travel agent while like they can go directly
I'm
to
one
the
of those ones, which is where you must explain, which is where you must sell me why I must use a travel agent, because I've always found like it's cheaper to book through the airline or hotel. Is it even?
Yeah, okay. Okay, it's cheaper, but it might end up inconveniencing you.
Okay.
Because you see, if you come, for example, to us, she's very good at explaining to you like what you need for the trip. Like, you know, when you go to the website, you'll only get the price and that's it. Like, but if you come directly to a travel agent, they'll give you some advice regarding your travel destination, what you should expect, what you should bring with you, and whether you need any vaccinations or kind of stuff like that.
Okay, and what the weather is like.
Yeah,
and
what
some
the
of
weather is like.
Even
Yeah.
visas, something like that.
Visa
So
requirements.
we've seen some people getting stuck at the airport. You don't know what you're supposed to do. So we help you with that, and we provide the information that you need. So you don't have to go looking for everything.
Yeah.
You come to us and we give you all the information that you need.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like you studied tours and travel, you said? Yeah. So did you know you wanted to be a business owner while studying, or you were studying to get out there and get a job?
Actually, I wanted to get a job.
Okay.
But if you look at the travel and tourism industry, there's a lot of people have done travel and tourism, and getting employment and finding a good job is quite a challenge. So I decided I can employ myself and get that money instead of looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's worked for you?
It has worked for me.
Because it doesn't work for a lot of people.
No, it depends on your motivation. It's very demotivating, especially if you're starting. Because I think if it were not for us getting the first client, then I probably think we wouldn't have lasted more than 2 months. Yeah.
So that first client was a godsend.
Yeah,
Clearly.
we like to think so.
Have they been back?
Yeah, okay. In our industry, in the tourism industry, you get that most of our clients are recurring. Like, so it depends on how well you treat them, like how good the service was, and if they like you, if they like the service, then they'll come back with more friends.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to shut down the office, because we got like maybe 3 to 5 walk-ins in a month, but most of our communication was online.
Yeah.
So what we did, we improved on the website and the online platforms. Yeah, so I think what we get, what we benefit from giving good services is that their clients always comes back and brings their friends with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that has been your success story the last 3 years, return clients.
Yeah, and referrals.
And referrals. Yeah. Okay. So the year 2019, how would you say what was the average number of clients that you handled?
I can say we handled about 17 to 25 clients, which is a big deal for us because we are still fairly young. So,
and there's competition from this.
And there's
giants.
a lot of competition. Yes. And
yes.
also, some of these clients, some of the trips they want to go on are very, very stressful to plan. And as I said, there's only 2 of us, and she does most of the work because she, yeah, so.
Why? Why?
Because I'm good at marketing. Yeah,
okay.
So the daily running of the company, that's her role.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good at marketing, I'm good at finding the clients, I'm good at communicating with them and following up.
So how do you market the business?
Okay, I got a really good tool online. It's like a website making tool, but it's I don't know how to put this, but it's sort of a website. So we market our business through that, and mostly we market, because I live in Australia, so we market mostly to our clients in Australia. Most of our clients have been my friends from Australia. We rarely get clients from Kenya. So what I do, we use the GoDaddy because it's based in Australia and market our business in Australia. And sometimes we use Facebook and Instagram mostly.
Instagram, and even when LinkedIn, Twitter.
So social media.
Yeah, yes. Social media mostly.
And even when we meet people, we tell them about their business. For instance, here in Kenya, I tend to think that if I meet you and tell you about my business, when you want to travel next time, you'll think about me and call me. So also that, word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Amazing. So social media has worked for you?
Yeah, so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So what are your projections? Where do you want to grow your company?
Okay, so we were just discussing this the other day, and we'd like to have a website that people can actually book their trips for themselves without necessarily having to call us. Like for example, what Trivago does, Booking.com has. Such a website requires a lot of maintenance, which is and it's also very expensive, which is a bit challenging for us at the moment. And also we want to get our own tour van, at least one, because hiring a tour van is a bit expensive. And we can at least grow our clients from maybe 20 to about 100 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So do you usually have partner conflicts, and how do you solve them?
We haven't.
Or you agree all the time?
We haven't had any so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 years, or is it because he lives abroad? Maybe if you saw him every day, there would be a fight. No, you haven't?
No.
Just the minor.
Just the minor stuff, yeah, but nothing strategic.
No, nothing major,
yeah.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah.
That is so good. So what would you encourage or advise the youth?
Okay, I'd like to advise the youth to start, because starting is the biggest challenge. Most of us fear to start because starting a business, that's an idea I've had for a very long time, but I lack the courage to start. So if you have an idea, or if you have anything you want to do, just get the courage and start.
It's just starting.
Yeah, start. Because once you start, you end up doing things that you never thought you'll be able to. Yeah.
Have there been surprises along the way? Things that came up that you didn't expect? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There have been.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for example, we had clients traveling to Narok, and the tour van kind of started acting up, and that was unbudgeted, so we had to
go into your pockets.
Yeah.
And wow. So emergencies, unforeseen.
Unforeseen emergency. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even sometimes you might have clients who assure you we're going to on this trip, and you pay everything with your money, but they back off at the in the last minute, so you have to incur that cost also. You can't do anything, you just have to pay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the risk
Yeah.
in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And this also kind of damages our relationship with our suppliers, because once you book, sometimes they give us on goodwill, and so when we cancel in the last meeting, then that kind of
They can't trust you anymore. You lose credibility.
Yeah.
So how do you get back up? How do you get that relationship back?
Some of the suppliers understand, and we agree. So if until this time they haven't paid, or sometimes they understand, others don't, you have to pay. Let's say if they had also incurred their other costs like transport, you will have to refund them or share the cost, because all of them gone at a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting stuff. So do you, are you a part of, is your business a part of professional associations like the IATA, this Travel Something Association? Are you part of such clubs or groups, or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because some of them, like the Qatar, we're looking forward to joining Qatar next year, because you have to have been in operation for at least 2 years and have all those documents and all.
Good stuff. I'm really, really impressed with you guys.
Really?
Like, you're in a very high risk business. Just hearing what you said, I hadn't thought of it that way. But then you still keep pushing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mainly it's because most of our clients are recurring. Getting new clients is a bit challenging. Yeah, especially in the Kenyan market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any regrets?
So far, no.
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 That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Your advice to the young people, you already gave advice.
For me, I would tell them, you can always, don't wait until for someone, or don't wait for that job, don't wait for someone to help you. Always start with what you have. If you want to do interior designing, maybe start volunteering somewhere and posting your work or something. At the end of the day, someone will notice it and you'll find yourself doing something. Just don't sit there, find something to do.
Yeah, and it has to be something they're passionate about.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about things like peer pressure? You don't feel that you never have those things?
Okay, yeah, that was one of our big major challenges when we were starting, because everyone was so skeptical about us starting a business, because she was in 3rd year at that time, and I was just finishing my undergraduate. So everyone was so skeptical and telling us that you should not start a business, you should start it's going to distract you from your studies, and it's not the right way to go, especially the tourism industries. There are companies that have already made it. So that was a very big challenge. Yes, so, but you pushed on anyway.
You just became deaf to those conversations.
Yeah.
And here you are, doing so well.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good, yeah.
I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happy for you. And I wish you the best. How can people reach you? On
Instagram, we are Twinka. On Facebook, we are Twinka Expeditions. And on Twitter, we are Twinka. And LinkedIn, you can find us at Twinka.
Twinka is with a Q or a C?
TWINQAR. Expeditions.
Expeditions.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, all the best in your endeavors, and I hope this year will be a great one for you as well.
Yeah.
I think your consistency will pay off. I have no doubt about it. Mkiendelea tu hivyo, it will pay off. Okay? And thank you for coming to the show. You have anything to add? No. Yes. No. That will be all. Okay. We come back from the break and meet 2 other young entrepreneurs, so don't go too far.